Hello everyone, it's Omae and welcome back to the brand new video. I genuinely believe if you have these two very old legends, PKA Rodo is an absolute joke up until level 200. So let me show you this team. We have no buffs going in, so this is purely how the team is doing damage wise. So yeah, Chopper plus versus Kaido gets around this entire quest basically, right? I'll explain why during the quest when we do the playthrough, but thanks to them just doing insane magic, we can run double Luffy Elbaph captains, and the bottom row units can be a lot of different things. Zoro is basically a free slot, so we are using wave clear to make this team a speed team. We also have access to the ship now. We don't need any utility from a ship, so we can just run this one and get 3 XP, so we can use this to farm XP as well. Of course, running both Elbaph Luffys, our own one and the friend captain one, so we're getting at least 6 turtle drops every single run. Of course, the team is 0 stall, and as I said, we are wave clearing, which is super nice. If you do not have the Kobe support, you can replace them with any of the following bind reduction support abilities. And also, when it comes to the Junpei and the Frankie support, if you have Rush Legend Sanji, he's just way better option because you don't need a support. He gets around both the defense up and the damage reduction. Whereas for Junpei, he's removing the damage reduction. The Frankie support is getting around the defense up. But if you just have this Rush Sanji, use him instead. He's way easier, makes the team a bit quicker. And if you don't have the support of page 1 on versus Kaido, you can also use this limited rare recruit Tashigi on Zoro. This is a unit that you can purchase for 100 Sugo medals right now. These limited rare recruits are permanently in the Sugo exchange, so you can go buy this unit if you don't have page 1. If you don't have the Nami, it's a bit harder, but I mean, she is a treasure map rare recruit. She was on the treasure map banners, so most people should have her. But if you don't have her, your only other workaround would be to replace Zoro, so no longer will you have wave clearing. But you can filter your box by Straw Hat Pirate characters, and then just bring a unit that gives cooldown in their special to get around the rewind on stage 4. That's the only thing that you need. Beyond that, just make sure that the unit themselves is resistant to special rewind. So essentially any one of the characters you see right here would be a viable replacement if you don't have the Nami support, which you would need to replace Zoro. So that's about it. I think everyone's been discussed here. As I said, Chopper and Kaido are the key of the team. There's no replacements for them. These units are one of a kind. And also the really good thing here is that since we are running double Luffy, you don't have to find a Zoro friend captain or a Sanji. You can literally just reflect your own Luffy captain here, and you literally could do this with 0 friend captains. You can still get that free Luffy. It's just a reflection of your own one. And the only investment that I think you need is on Chopper, so that his utility is as good as possible. But I mean, I'll just show you how fast and powerful the team is in the quick playthrough, and then we can slowly talk about the team right afterwards. So the big thing here is that we have 5 Straw Hat Pirate tag units. It means that we get access to the damage reduction from Luffy's special to survive the death hit on the final stage. We also get access to the color affinity from his special, as well as the super class that he has. And then also we get the ability where every time a Straw Hat Pirate crew unit uses their special, everyone gets 2 turns of cooldowns, and that is doubled by having double Luffy captain. So when we use Zoro special, Chopper special, and Junpei special, everyone gets 4 turns of cooldown. So yeah, the wave clear, even though that usually means we get less turns of cooldown, we get so much from the captain that we just do not care, right? Besides that, the main thing here is that we are running 5 Straw Hat tag units, so make sure you are sticking to that framework. So stage 1, use Zoro wave clear. That'll give everyone 4 turns of cooldown. Stage 2, use Zoro special again, so make sure he has his double special activation maxed, as well as his cooldown reduction and potential ability maxed. Stage 3 against the cat, he gets 6 turns of defense up and damage reduction, so we will use Junpei special for an attack boost, as well as a enemy increased damage taken and removing the damage reduction. And then of course Frankie comes in, reduces the enemy's defense, which usually is times 10,000, but now it's only times 1,000, which is essentially how big the defense is at level 80 plus, which is very burstable. You can just hit straight through that. And then we can use one of our Luffys here just to give us even more damage, a color affinity, as well as some chain buffs. and a tap timing based attack boost, and also one of these super classes, just to make this a very easy kill, right? So let's just burst. Should be quite easy. Oh yeah, very, very easy. You can literally just hit a good strike and you'll still kill. So now we move on to stage 4. We have to deal with special rewind, despair, paralysis and poison slots, as well as remove SFX. So this is definitely one of the most annoying parts of the quest, mainly because of those annoying orbs. Now look here, Chopper, he just straight up removes everything. The poison slots, because he reduces poison in his special. The paralysis slots, because he reduces paralysis in his special. He removes all the turns of the despair, and he also removes most of the remove SFX. Now yeah, Kaido is insane, bro. Like, don't sleep on this legend, he's still busted. You'll see why in a moment. But anyways, on this stage here, we can also just use our other Luffy, because it really doesn't matter. Kaido will give everyone max cooldown on the final stage, so technically you can literally just use everyone's special and it really just wouldn't matter. We're gonna get it all back on the final stage. So we have a lot of damage here. It should be fine to just hit on your int characters. We do have an increased damage taken still from Jumbe's delayed effect activation, which makes things a lot easier as well. So yeah, as you can see, you can literally just one tap with the Luffy. And then on the final stage, enemy has 2 turns of damage now, a orb based damage reduction, which we can ignore since we're gonna get 1 orbs. We also get a 10 turn bind, going down to 7 turns after sockets, down to 5 turns after the support effects, and also the 7 turns of attack down goes down to 5 turns with the page 1 support. We still have a full board of block orbs, they remove SFX, and the enemy has a 3 turn barrier, which we will ignore. At this point, we use Kaido, my goat. So he's going to give a full board of matching orbs. He's going to charge everyone's cooldowns to max, so Chopper can be used again. Chopper will now remove the bind, the attack down, and the remove SFX. And now, all we have to deal with is the damage reduction. I mean the damage nullification. And as I said, we can ignore the barrier. We also get a 3x attack boost and a 3.25x orb boost from Kaido. So Kaido is carrying on damage and also on cooldown here by giving Chopper max CD. And also, I mean, the Wonder Orbs allow us to get around the orb-based damage reduction. So good. At this point, just use one of your Luffys. It really doesn't matter which one. We now have a damage reduction to survive the death hit. We remove the damage nullification and get a color affinity, as well as tap timing based attack boost and chain growth rate buff. At this point, we can just hit our goods to break the barrier on our tandem orb units, since they already do virtually no damage with the orb based damage reduction. And then we can do the final tap on Kaido. Also, we do have access to super tandem from Luffy, which is great. If I can hit my... oh yeah, very easy kill. This is, I think, level 110. And then only 20k from the death hit. So yeah, very easy team. I'm gonna go through this actually way quicker. That was actually more of the slow playthrough of explaining how it went. So let me just quickly show you guys how it works when you're going at full speed. I'm not going to bring up like a time or anything, but you guys can see just how quick the team is. And of course, as you saw there, 6 extra turtle drops every single run. So definitely, if you are someone who doesn't have a lot of units, I mean, you do need investment on Chopper by super evolving him. If you don't have the level limit break, I think you just add a support or 2, or you might have to use a special ship. So if you don't have Chopper maxed, ask me in the comments. I'll try to find a replacement. But yeah, this is a great team to use if you want to run double Elbaph Luffy, don't have a lot of friend captains, and also you want to farm XP using the anniversary ship. So let me just do a quick playthrough and then we can end off the video.